How to recognize a womanizer on a first date. In this video, we will discuss how to quickly identify a womanizer and how to understand who is in front of you on a first date. A person who is set on a long-term relationship or a person who wants to use you. So in order, how does a womanizer manifest on a first date? First, he is a master of compliments. You will be wonderful, incredible, dazzling, glamorous, stunning, and receive a full set of various compliments, but pay attention to these compliments. They will all be about your appearance. A man on a first date may give compliments, but these compliments are more personalized. That is, he might compliment your eyes, for example, or he likes something you said, or perhaps he finds your laughter particularly appealing. Alternatively, you might express yourself in a way that he enjoys. The womanizer will talk about appearance and only about appearance, and there will be a lot of these compliments. He has the task of quickly winning a woman's favor, and of course the womanizer knows that women love with their ears. Next, a specialist in instant communication. Even before the date, for example, when he was setting up the date with you, and the date could be postponed, he created a certain veil around himself, but responded to messages or calls instantly. He seems to be always available, and this creates an illusion of intimacy as if he is right there. And this illusion of intimacy helps the womanizer a lot. Moving on. The storyteller. You will hear incredible stories, of course, about him, how amazing he is, how much of a hero he is. There can be many stories, and the stories can be amazing, simply incredible, and even captivating. Next, jokes and compliments with sexual undertones. He wants to quickly move to physical contact. So even on the first date, he may make jokes that could be inappropriate for you, meaning there might be some crude jokes, which should raise your alarm. Moving on. Elusive, he can juggle your time, his time, and attention. On the first date, you no longer know if there will be another date or not. There is no specificity. He creates an aura of mystery, elusiveness, and unattainability around himself. And you realize that you are communicating, but it feels like there is no specificity, as if everything is so superficial, as if everything is unclear, vague, blurred. And this feeling of yourself next to him should also raise your concerns. Furthermore, you are left in suspense. In other words, as I already mentioned, he avoids specifics. You don't understand what will happen next, and you don't know what this man wants from you. You feel that he really only actually wants physical contact indeed. So you already have those feelings, but hearing the compliments, hearing the phrases he says to you, creating such an image around himself, you might think that you made it all up. In other words, you might convince yourself that it's just your imagination. But if you have the feeling that you are indeed being used, then that feeling is truly true. Minor signs of attention. The womanizer will not spend much. He will not invest too much in a woman, which he basically doesn't need. That is, he needs it for a couple of meetings. That is why the most he can give you is a chocolate bar, flowers, or a treat at a cafe. Nothing more. He will not be too extravagant towards a woman. Furthermore, he ignores boundaries. He is very persistent. That is, if you say, no, I don't like it, don't touch me, for example, don't hug me on the first date, he will do it anyway. He ignores boundaries. He tries to quickly move to tactile contact in order to win you over faster. A womanizer does not need relationships that drag on. He needs it quickly. He wants to quickly get what he needs. And that's all. And that's why a man on the first date who tries to get handsy is most likely a womanizer. Calls from other women are another point that should raise your concerns. You might be sitting in a cafe chatting, and then one woman calls him. Here another woman calls, to which he replies that it might be an ex who won't leave him alone. He may also speak negatively about his exes in a negative tone. This should also raise concerns for you. If you realize that a man is meeting you while receiving calls and messages from different women, consider that this will definitely be a complicated situation for you. There is a mismatch between words and actions. Here he can tell you in vivid detail how he is a hero, how he fears nothing, how he is fearless, a brave heart. But for example, right in front of you, a situation occurs where he becomes, for instance, cowardly. In other words, he is one way in words and another in life. And this discrepancy between words and actions also indicates that there may be a womanizer nearby who acts this way because he needs to achieve quick results. Lastly, There are constant touches. Even if he is not trying to hug you on the first date, he will violate your personal boundaries, but he will fix a strand of your hair, touch your hand or your leg. He needs to move to physical contact more quickly, which is why he will often touch you in order to try to win you over. And these moments should raise your concerns. A man who is interested in a long-term relationship often does not quickly violate boundaries himself. He wants to push everything back a little to extend that wonderful moment of getting to know each other, communicating, and enjoying the moment. Often, in relationships with a womanizer, everything happens quickly. Everything happens very quickly. Everything seems to rush by like a dream. And if you see that a man is in a great hurry, pay attention to whether he is a womanizer. That's all for this video. I was Alisa Vardomska. I hope for your likes and subscriptions. Write in the comments what you would like to discuss in my new videos. Don't forget to hit the bell icon, and goodbye everyone.